Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and it's time for your daily energy check. We're going to take a look at what's going on with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and we're also going to see what is going on with them, what kind of lessons they're learning at this point, and what are they wishing for in the connection at this time. I'm actually going to start with a new oracle deck that I got from one of my clients. Thank you very much. This was on my wish list. They are beautiful oracle cards. They're called Whispers of the Ocean, and we're gonna give them a try today. I absolutely love the artwork, and the messages are very on point. I look through the cards and pretty much every single one of them is relevant at any point. Yeah, so let's get started, and happy new moon, everybody. We are in the new moon time now. New moon in Scorpio. Well, actually, it's gonna be a few hours after I record this, but pretty much within the same day, Okay, let's see what's going on with Divine Feminine first. Oh, actually, what's the guidance? Thank you. Clearing the axis, number 18. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing any excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. Yes, very important. We talked about ending cycles yesterday, so this is one of those things. Decluttering, cleansing your space, making it more comfortable is very important at this time. Okay, Divine Masculines. We've got looking at the underbelly, number 6. Actually, we've got a fish and showing us the underbelly. Be sure that you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself. Perhaps a project you're working on could use some fine-tuning. Yeah, it's a classic, right? Asking Divine Masculines, are they using their time on the right things? Do they have their priorities straight? Maybe the projects need fine-tuning. What if we can call Twin Flame Journey a project? I guess we can. Okay, so back to the main reading. Got my Thelma deck with me, and yeah, let's see what's happening. I also got my Hermit Tarot cards, so if we have time, I'm gonna pull some cards with messages between the twins. Let's see, just a reminder, I'm gonna do live next week dedicated to 1111 portal, but pretty much it's alive to answer any of the questions that you have. You can submit them to me via email in advance if you want to make sure they're gonna be answered, or if you're not sure that you're gonna be joining the live broadcast, because obviously I have viewers in different parts of the world. I'll try to put it at the time where it's gonna suit everybody. It might be around 11 o'clock actually, we'll see. But if if you can't make it, you'll have the recording. Okay, so if you know you're not gonna make it and ask your question, but you want to ask it, just let me know in advance. It could be about anything. It could be about anything around Twin Flame Journey. It could be anything with regards to me and my journey, or the light work that I do, the services I offer, anything at all. It could be, of course, just where you need a guidance, and if it's something that we can respond with by pulling a card, then I will do that. Why not? Okay, wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles, love it. New beginning, that's what we want to see for the new moon, right? New beginning in the physical. Something, and I'm hearing that it's not necessarily going to be big in terms of like major change in your life, but, and of course we're talking about the Twin Flame connection here, right? And your connection with the Twin Flame, but it means that things are going to be different. Like, like you can approach anything in your life with different level of awareness, gratitude, thought that you put into it, the energy that you invest. And this is about that. This is about investing energy on a different level. But it is about the physical. Whatever your communication is, whatever situation is, it's going to be on a higher quality level. It's not necessarily going to change entirely, but at least it will be on a higher level of quality of this communication, this interaction, this collaboration. Okay, let me pull some clarifiers for the energies and get started. See the Virgo energy here and Sagittarius. Wow, 10 of Pentacles. We are going strong today. Okay. And here we got Three of Swords. Healing the old wounds. And mind that it doesn't have to be even about your current situation, because a lot of times we actually current situation reminds us of something that happened in the past. And why does it happen? Because our psyche is trying to tell us, is trying to protect us from getting hurt again. So even if the situation is not the same, right? Because we have like this on the subconscious level, we have like basic programming where our mind, because it needs to react, or our psyche, right? Because it needs to react quickly, the programming is fairly simple. So it has several programs and it goes into a certain response based on which scenario it thinks we are in. That's like the intuitive, the instinctive reaction. That's why you can find yourself sometimes, and we say that people react, not in the, like, in the moment they can react, right? They can be rash. They can do something that doesn't necessarily make sense, but that's their instinctive response, right? It's from the subconscious, it's what comes in immediately. And then when they have time to analyze, to assess the situation, to think about it, they realize that it wasn't what they were reacting to, like it wasn't that situation. But that's what happened. That's what our brain does to us in order to protect us, right? Because if a situation is potentially dangerous, it needs to react, to be able to react quickly. That's why it had to create this kind of mechanism of response. And so when we get into kind of, obviously if it's about the relationship and something where we get vulnerable and we can get hurt, then this fear, it comes in as a reaction. And it can look very different for different people, like on the outside of what you actually say, how emotional you are, what you do. But the idea is the same. It brings up that fear of getting hurt. So it's an opportunity to heal that at the moment. Okay, Divine Feminine, you've got the Hermit clarified by 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, that's the Virgo energy I was referring to. So Divine Feminine is really going within to understand what that, let's say, what kind of family life or home life she thinks, and I'm only referring to she as an energy, so take gender how resonates, she would like to see in her life. Not what the society tells us, not what the dreams were 5-10 years ago, right? What our parents were telling us, or some other role models we have in our life, but how we actually see it. What is it going to look like? Where are we going to live? And I know that it sounds on the one hand a little bit superficial and kind of like trying to plan too much. And is it a red flag? No, it's not, because as human beings who live, obviously twin flames are multidimensional beings, right? Of a different level of energy vibration, of consciousness, etc., etc. But as we are experiencing our human life here, we are, we are bound to have to think about all the aspects of it, right? And knowing where and how to create this comfort of a home, the family, that's kind of like instinctive feeling in this case. It's built in our DNA. So there is no surprise that these questions come up for Divine Feminine, and it's really good that she's thinking about those and kind of redesigning that in being in the Hermit energy. That's really cool. I like also how much purple it has in this deck, this card, which tells me that it's the connection, it's the active crown chakra that helps to connect to the higher power and really tune into what is needed. Like for some people, you know, it's important to, like, is it a house, is it an apartment, do you want a big family, do you really want to have you know, a lot of space and time for yourself? If it's a house, what is it going to be like? What does it have to have in there? What are you thinking about? And that's not just to manifest, you know, the way we say, like, yes, I definitely need to manifest. That's one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is, again, in the physical, we're still taking steps either towards our dreams or towards something else, right? Every day. And that dream also needs some steps being taken to it, you know, depending on what it is, of course. But still, it's not gonna happen just on its own overnight, right? First of all, we need to understand what we want, where we want to go, and then it will be a lot easier to get there. Divine Masculines have got Seven of Swords with Page of Wands in reverse. Page of Wands, sorry, no reverse. Yeah. So what I'm getting here is Divine Masculines also trying to kind of mirror in the F energies, trying to tune in into his intuition and his voice of his soul, of his essence, of his passion, because they realize that the decisions they've been taken based on other people's advice or what they've been told, or even just from what they experienced previously, is not being extra helpful to them. So they're not seeing the results that they'd like to see, and they feel like it's almost like, you know, that feeling of hurt when, especially when we were kids and we realize that something that we've been told many times that was happening and was true is not true. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big deal, right? You know, it can be like a kid finding out that there is no Santa Claus, right? But it's still a big deal in the moment, because it's like, it's such a big concept, and then and everybody plays into it, right, around you. And then at some point it just turns out that it's not real. So there's a shock that the child has. Like, how is that even possible? I've lived so many years under the premise that it is. Everything around Christmas was built around that concept, and now it's not real. Oh my God, what's real in this life? That sort of existential crisis, you know what I mean? It was just a very good example. And the same here, because Divine Masculine started reassessing. Hey guys, sorry about that. Something happened with my camera, so I had to fix it first. Yeah, so let's continue with Divine Masculine energy. Basically, we said that they're having this kind of breakthrough moment where they realize that what they're used to and the way that they used to behave is not truthful. That's not how things work. And this is a big revelation time. So I'm not seeing a lot of action out of it. This is more about wrapping their mind against it, you know, and being willing to learn the new way. Okay, and for the connection, we have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by Three of Pentacles. So basically, this is the divine intervention, divine guidance that's helping the twins get into the right path and recognize this collaboration, this partnership. I'm getting very strongly that basically twins are in need of some sort of miracle right now to believe in twin flame journey. Let's put it that way. To believe that, and this is also Wheel of Fortune, also the Sagittarius energy, so it's like a fiery energy. To get that extra spark, right? To have a sign, right? And you're gonna get that sign that this collaboration is happening, that both twins and the divine are contributing to the journey. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna get into the additional question, which is gonna be, what lessons are twin flames learning at this time? So I'm gonna get some things out of the way. What is divine feminine learning? Okay, I have 8 of Swords and 9 of Wands. So divine feminine is learning how to act out of passion and not get hung up onto inner conflict and self-destructing thoughts, self-sabotaging thoughts, right? Show more courage and follow the path, even though it's not a well-beaten path, I'm hearing, and it's not something that she's used to doing, right? So overcoming fears and inner conflict and past pain as well. Fear of failure more than anything. Divine masculine. Okay, right away. 9 of Wands and Queen of Wands. Wow. Yes. Queen of Wands is how they see their feminine for sure. Look how beautiful, how majestic she is. So it's also overcoming fears to go for what they truly desire, this union with divine feminine. To be able to kind of, in this deck, it's actually a positive card, this 9 of Wands, where he planted the wand. He's already seen the miracles, right? It's remembering how miraculous the journey is. And that as soon as we make a decision to overcome our fears, then there will always be miracles around the corner, and there will always be a path shown to where we want to be. Having that faith, having that trust in the journey, that they will be able to get into union with divine feminine. It's beautiful. Okay, and finally, let's get some cards between the twins. Messages from DM to GF. It's my Hermit Tarot deck. Okay, got a couple. I just want you all the time, and I hope you wait for me. This is a confirmation for some of you, and I'm sensing this is that this is so in tune with those cards that we just saw. I just want you all the time. This is that passion with Queen of Wands, and I hope you'll wait for me. Is basically they're telling you they need some time to have some miracles happen in their own life, in their own reality. And then they will be able to be that worthy partner for you, divine feminines. Okay, and from DF to DM. We've got, do you even see me that way? And I think we should slow down. Both 7s. Yeah, so divine feminine is focusing on herself. And we saw that with the Hermit card at the beginning. And she has some doubt. She's working through that. Yeah, definitely, I think we should slow down. So definitely, right now, there is that energy, that drive to go within and focus on inner work and on mission rather than on the relationship. So it looks like both twins actually asking for space and time and focusing on their own reality. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Sorry for that camera glitch, and I love you all. I'll be back again very, very soon. Happy new moon, everybody. Bye.